nice and loud.
Hi, I'm Bethany.
And what do you do?
I run the MCMB fan blog on Tumblr.
What's the link?
FuckYeahMCMB.tumblr.com.
We don't promote the use of bad language, but it's the thing that Tumblr does. So okay.
Okay, so one fan wants to know what inspired.
What's this fan's Tumblr name?
I don't know. His name's Brandon, I think.
All right, this is for you, Brandon. I love you, Brandon. All right.
What inspired you to become and stay straight edge?
Straight edge. Okay. The X's. I have them right here.
I want a straight edge tattoo.
Really?
I love it.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
What inspired me to become straight edge? Well, growing up, like I had some family issues. A lot of stuff with my father, and that at a very early age, my mom was always kind of telling me to steer away from things like that. And then I guess what really made me decide to actually become straight edge for myself was in like middle school and really early high school. Some of my good friends just all kind of went into the whole like party and do everything, you know, and that was what was cool. And I kind of didn't want to do that stuff. It just didn't seem very cool to me. And then one of my best friend in the whole world since I was like 8 years old or something like that, one night he like overdosed, and I saw these cop cars at his house, and I ran up there and I like kind of found him, and I had to ride with him in the ambulance and everything, and he had just taken too much of something, some sort of drug, and it just like really freaked me out, and I was so sad and so worried for him. And he didn't die or anything, like it wasn't some like crazy life-changing moment, but it made me realize that I don't need that stuff to like have fun or to fit in or anything. Like I don't have to drink, or I don't have to do drugs or smoke or anything to try to be cool or anything else. Like I can be who I want to be for myself, and I can stay clean and stay pure, and I can save money, and yeah, I don't smell bad or act like a fool all the time.
Have you ever been tempted to do?
Have I ever been tempted? I'm not gonna lie. I went through a very, very, very hard breakup. Like I was gonna marry this chick, and she meant the absolute world to me. Like we had our whole life planned out, and one day she was just like, "No," she just was like, "I don't think we can work out," and there was no reason behind it. She just woke up one day and was just not into the idea of us anymore, and I got really depressed. And a lot of it shines through in Lost Boy. Like a lot of that record is about that breakup and how it affected my life. And there were definitely a few moments where I was just like, a lot of quiet times in my room at night when no one else was there and my head was talking to me and telling me to try something like that or try this or that it would make everything better, and I would forget. And through that, like through those tests and trials, it made me kind of like take more pride in the fact that I am straight edge, and that even though some people, when they're weak, they try to use things like that to help them forget. Like I don't want to forget what made me once so happy, you know. I don't want to forget it. I want to use what it did to me and move on and be stronger for the next time.
You've never even tried anything?
I honestly, to God, have never tried smoking cigarettes, drinking any alcohol at all, or doing any drugs at all.
The only thing I've ever tried was alcohol, but not to get drunk. I just like on the taste. But other than that, I have never tried it.
That's awesome. High five. Cha-cha! Alright.
So, what do you do about writer's block?
Wow. What do I do about writer's block? That's funny that you asked that, because we literally just got out of the studio like last week. And I had a lot of it, actually, of this record. With MCMB, like I usually try to write about either something that I've gone through, or like something I know that people that listen to our music have gone through and experienced, that I can kind of like shed light on and help them through it, pursue through it. So with Unbreakable, I mean, that was our first major release, so it was kind of easy to write for. We had never written anything yet, so it was really easy to write for. And then with Lost Boy, like I said before, I'd gone through that crazy time in my life, so I had a lot on my mind, you know. With this record, I mean, things have been okay, like everything's kind of normal, and but this is a super important record in our career, so it had to be about something. So it was a lot of nights of staying up until 8 in the morning listening to random music that I just, it seems like it'd take literally the hour before I fell asleep to just finally be delirious and come up with some crazy idea, and then I'd wake up the next day and kind of be like, oh yeah, I guess I wrote that, and sing it. So like, With writer's block, I guess the only thing you can do is just find what inspires you, and whether it's music, whether it's movies, or anything else, and just dwell on it and think about what it's trying to portray, and then take your own idea and portray it another way. That's your own.
So what did inspire you to?
I don't even know. I was watching a show called Fringe, which is pretty crazy. I watched a lot of that. I watched a lot of Sons of Anarchy, a lot of shows, music. I listen, like, a lot of people wouldn't think, but I don't really listen to metal and hardcore. I listen to like Marilyn Manson and like Korn and all kinds of. I listen to a lot of instrumental stuff like Explosions in the Sky and even classical music like Beethoven and everything. So I don't know, just being alone and being quiet in the middle of the morning with no one awake, like, I guess random stuff pops in my head.
So how does the new album compare to Lost?
How does the new album compare to Lost Boy? Well, it's definitely Mychildren Mybride. It has all the old elements that, like, we brought back a lot of the stuff from Unbreakable for this record. I know a lot of our fans missed that sound in the new CD, Lost Boy. They kind of missed what we did in Unbreakable, so we brought back a lot of that. But we kept a lot of the, like, catchiness and hardcore stuff that we did with Lost Boy. That's all crammed in there too. And then with this record, a lot of people don't realize it, but all of Mychildren Mybride, we all listen and like so many different kinds of music. Like I was saying, I enjoy like like all these crazy things. Like Joe listens to really soft stuff, like indie music and everything. Robert listens to rock and roll and whatever's on the radio, basically. And then Hunter, he's our new guitarist. He couldn't be here tonight, but he listens to nothing but hardcore and like country music. Yeah, I like old country, but the light just turned off. Did it get really dark?
You still see you.
You can still see me.
That's reasonable, right?
But so we kind of incorporated everyone's like personal interest in like into this new sound, and it's very different. Like everyone we've shown so far has absolutely loved it, but I don't want fans to get used to how we sounded before. Like I want them to be open and be ready to hear some stuff that we've never done before that we like now. And I don't know. I think it's really cool. I think they're going to be really kind of shocked that we would try things that we did, but we love it, and we hope that our fans do too.
What else can we expect from you guys in the new year?
In the new year? Well, we have a big tour lined up at the beginning of the year to promote our new record and everything. I can't really say who we're touring with yet, but it's sick. Our new record comes out April 3rd. That's the day that they're telling us. I hope it doesn't change because I've been saying it every night on stage. But yeah, so mark your calendars. I think the record's going to be self-titled, actually. It's just going to be called Mychildren Mybride, because, like I said before, we're kind of reinventing ourselves. Like, we've had so many member changes and everything, but we feel confident, and we love the MCMB that is right now, and we're just putting the past behind us and moving forward as a new band. So that's what the whole self-titled thing stands for. And anyways, hey, there's the light again. Yeah, that's what you can expect.
Well, make sure you stop in Florida.
We're not ever playing Florida ever again.
You can't not.
I know. It's not up to us.
Well,
Please, fans, know that it's not up to us where we play. Our booking agent, our management, our record label, all those people control what we do, and they send us places. So, sorry if we don't come to your city.
I am crazy. I will fly anywhere.
Yeah, you are insane. I don't even know why I'm here talking to you. You want to hear a new song? Too bad. See ya.
I'm not done.
I'm not done. We're not done?
I have one more.
You said that was the last question.
No, I didn't.
All right, what's up?
Why did you take out your other piercings?
Oh, okay.
That's why.
I took out my snake bites because I turned 24 or 23. I don't remember when I took those out. 24 years old. Took those out. I was like, I've had these 9 years. My nostrils last year. Maybe it was this year. I don't even remember. I think it was the beginning of this year on the Haste Today tour. We were playing in California, and during our sets, somehow one of them popped out, and they were at 8 gauge. I had my nostrils stretched to 8 gauge, and I couldn't find it, obviously. It was a little black thing. So after the show, I tried putting in some different jewelry. It wouldn't go in. It was already closed up from one set, and I was just really mad.
Yeah, the nose was.
And yeah, nostrils were crazy. And I just was like, you know what? I've had these for a while. I guess I'm over them. So I just kept them out. And then with my earrings, I've had my ears stretched for like 11 years now. So I wanted to have them out for like a year or more, just to kind of live life without them for a while to see if I want to stretch back up. And I've made up my mind, I do want to have them again, but I just haven't had the time and commitment to start all over.
Hi.
Okay, so a fan wanted to know what inspired you to rent.
Well, when I first left high school, I was in medical school, and that lasted one semester until the band asked me to join, and fortunately for me, I had scholarship. So I had all this school and funds and grants in my favor, but I was on tour, so I asked my school, hey, is there anything I can do online? And since obviously if you're studying medical, you need to be on campus, you need to be there, lab, hands-on. And I said, is there any degree I can get online because I want to travel? Is there a way I can get an English degree because it's pretty much reading and writing? And I said, okay, I'll do that. And I think the first semester in, I fell in love with it. Interesting, I never read, I never wrote before, and I just started writing, and I became obsessed with it, and I wrote down everything. I documented all my tours, all the ideas I had, and essentially I had about 75,000 words in diary format, and then I just one day decided to format it into chapters and release it, and that's where the book came from.
I haven't picked that up.
Well, anyway, I had them here.
Well, it's okay. It's on the internet, so I can buy it online. It is on Amazon.
Yes.
Okay, so what are your inspirations when you were, I guess, during the production of this new album, or just in general?
My
Wow.
inspiration, a lot of it comes from, well, okay, I admit, I don't really listen to too much metal and hardcore. I feel that there's a new band out there every day or every other day, and it's hard for me to keep up with all these new bands, and it's really frustrating when something comes and it's not cool anymore. So what I was doing, we had a new guitar player, and yes, we're from Mississippi. And 2 seconds.
Hi, Matthew.
Bye.
And he was really fresh into touring, so he had all these new ideas, and he kept us young, and he showed us all these different ideas and new bands and different styles. And essentially, that kind of opened the doors to writing MCMB, but with a current flavor. So it kept things interesting, as well as giving everyone the same ideas and same music and art that people always love about us.
I'll quit wasting your time.
Oh, do not waste time. I'd rather be doing this than loading.
I need to find Robert when he gets done.
Oh, Robert's hiding.
You have that shirt on in every live picture I have seen.
Yeah, well, I wore it 2
Do you
years
like
ago. No, I don't. I don't. I wore it 2 years ago for a tour in the summertime, and then I was like, it's not that cool, and everyone wants to be trendy and wear Slipknot shirts, and I'll put it to rest. And then, I don't know, something just, here's my Slipknot shirt I wore for that tour. I'll take it for this next tour. But unfortunately, that one tour was this summer, and I haven't been home since, so I haven't gotten a new t-shirt, so I've been stuck with this one.
Oh, and how was not showering?
I showered last night.
Yeah, right now you don't
Showered
have
the day
to
before.
shower. Can you shower every day?
Showered 2 days before that. I shower every chance I get. If there's a shower, I'll take it, because I hate being the guy. Ever since I started growing my hair out, I realized that hair requires a lot of maintenance and washing and brushing, and I hate it. I don't mind the hair. I never really had long hair before, so now I'm kind of obligated to wash it.
Get dry shampoo.
I should. Dan, he used to have some.
I miss it.
So do I. Dan, we miss you. Alright. Anything else?
but you can give me a hug or something. I am too. It's all good. Okay, so out of all of your tattoos, do you have a favorite or a most meaningful?
I have a few. The most meaningful one is this. It's a skellyfish, because there are no bones in jellyfish. And me and our old merch guy, one of my best friends, got it. We have the same thing, so it's like a friendship tattoo. So it means a lot. But I have a few other ones. Like I got that with my sister like 7, 8 years ago, because one of my grandmothers passed away, and we put a star in her coffin, things like that. But you know, I have a bunch of ones that I got for like timestamps. They're not like, oh, I just like getting tattooed or whatever. It's just I'm at a place, it's fun, my friends are there, we talked about it. It's like spontaneous timestamp. So.
Do you even know how many you have?
I don't think there's like a count on it. They're kind of formed into one. So, like one.
You have a most painful place. Mine is like right here. That was
Most painful place.
that was horrible.
You know, there's a lot. I mean, inside almost your armpits kind of hurt. Like I have my chest and torso and kind of like, you know, it's okay. But like when you get close to your,
Right here. On the phone right here.
it was okay. But when you get close to the sensitive parts, it does hurt, especially if they go in on it. Yeah.
Okay, so what are your inspirations for being in a band or whatever?
Being in a band? Well, I grew up on like 80s music and 70s because of my father. So watching them, it was all about the show, like, you know, hair metal bands. So seeing the production they have and like the outrageous costumes and stuff, to me it looked like it's nothing but fun. And I remember like what got me playing guitar was watching Nicky Six play, and he's a bass player. But like one of their videos when I was a kid and I was impressionable, it's like he was like moving his fingers and he wasn't even playing, but it was like I gotta learn that. You know, we're slowly making our way to that point that they were hoping.
You'll get there.
Hopefully.
By the way, I have some of you guys' shirts. So.
What do you mean? Oh, Vicious World.
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, I also have like 1,000 MCMB shirts. And I have a Lizard Guts shirt.
Really, those are limited.
I have the little cat.
The cat one?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, we're gonna do some more Vicious World soon, so keep an eye out.
I like the Sid Vicious shirt.
You do?
I love Sid Vicious.
We have a couple left, but we don't sell them online anymore.
Yeah, I picked one up at last time you guys were here, and it was like not in my size, but that's okay.
Cut it. Did you see our merch table? There's one, the old one that's cut up.
Well, I would totally mess it up because I suck at doing stuff.
Yeah, I had one of the VW, the box, the white one. I have that at the merch table cut up. It's the only one I have on display. But it's a girl shirt. It's like girls. I missed out.
I'll try. I hope I don't mess it up. But if I do, I guess I could just cut the picture out, stick it on the back of my jacket.
Try with an old shirt. That way you
I
can try
have,
on air. That way
I
you don't
have
screw
some
up
that I've cut up and they did really good, and some I cut up it was complete crap, and it was like way too short.
You just have to have faith in yourself. You can do it. YouTube, sewing, you can learn in a day.
I will let you get back to doing your thing because I don't have much time on my camera.
Thanks. Thanks for watching.
I love you, Tumblr. You're beautiful.
Follow the blog or else.